Okay, here's what I'm going to do next. I want my battery to sit someplace kind of out of the way. I'm thinking about sitting it right here. I'll show you where that comes to on the body here. I have measured back from the bolts where this body bolts on, and if I set it right there, it would actually be sitting right up under here, which would mean that you know, I could access it, I could reach it, do the battery post and everything, but it would be kind of out of the way. That's what I'm thinking about doing. What I have to make it out of is I've got an old tray here on the floor that's part of an old welder stand. It's just about the right size to make the bottom of this thing. I thought I'd cut it across here, take me some angle iron and put some sides up to it, and then attach it after I got it all cut and everything right about here. I believe that will work, and I think it'll be just about honking. We'll see. Okay, here's my battery box. I was trying to shoot a video of all this, but the camera gave me a little bit of trouble, so I wound up not doing it. But basically, the way this works out is I put a couple of braces this way, came down with a little short piece which I bolted to this thing. This was the lid to an old welder tray thing that I had. Had a couple of these wrenches left over. These are cheap wrenches that I bought when I was on the road one day and needed to fix something. So I just put them on both sides. I put a threaded rod through under here. This tray could actually be swung up if it needed to. And this pin here that holds the battery in has a key on each side that I can pop out. My thinking is that the back of the car is going to come down about like this, and it might be hard to get the battery in over that cross member right there. So what I can do is this battery, I can pop this out, slide the battery back, and drop it straight down, and then put it back in the same way. You know, so there it is. It's kind of a way to get the battery out of the way. That'll be sitting up under the back of the turtle deck. The trunk box comes right along in front of it, so what I can do is put me a little floor in up here and have a place to put my picnic basket and stuff like that. The other thing that I went ahead and did, I've got a gas tank coming. It's 12 inches by 12 inches by 8 inches. It's a 5-gallon gas tank, and I went ahead and cut both of these pieces kind of to match these, which I'll use to put that gas tank in. I'll set one here and one here, build me a little box out of angle iron, sit the gas tank down in there, and may have some kind of a filler cap out here. I hadn't exactly figured out what I'm going to have out here to fill it up with, but it'll kind of sit right down in there. At least that's my thinking for right now. Here's the battery box all hooked up with the ground strap and everything. That's ready to go. I'm waiting on my gas tank and my flywheel, and I don't know, probably a few other things, but that's the big things that I'm waiting on. Flywheel's the biggest thing, and I think it's in the mail. So as soon as I get the flywheel, we can start throwing this thing together pretty quick, I believe.